Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. BTC is here inside of the cloud, kind of, sort of. It dropped below just today, but today just started exactly an hour ago. Perfect timing. So BTC wicked up higher. If you guys remember yesterday, I have this resistance fan. Now, the price of BTC has gone back down to this first level. This is like me and maybe 3 other people are actually doing this. I don't think a lot of people are. So don't feel like this has a lot of weight. The one that does have a lot of weight is this level right here, which it's not close to touching yet. Now, bullish consolidation means that the price of Bitcoin is inside of the trending breakout indicator right here, or the TBO Cloud. It's normal to see it fall down and blah, 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 blah. All this fun stuff is happening. The reality as well is that we're still in this parallel channel, which is moving up. Hence, it's a bear flag. We're still in that middle zone right now. The unfortunate truth about this too is that this is just a perfect setup waiting to happen. Why? Well, because every passing day, resistance just keeps getting moved up higher and higher and higher. My guess at this rate is that we might see some sort of push up here to $100,000, which might get people really excited. It is a nice round number, but that would be a perfect place to have resistance for BTC, only for it to go back down to support at 90K, which would feel really rough. Like this move from 93K all the way down here to 84K. Notice how fast that happened too. What's happening with my mouse? Good grief. But it doesn't take much for the price to go down. It's like a really, really good old saying in crypto. Maybe it's probably also in other markets, but escalator up, elevator down. That's Bitcoin for you. So I'm still watching this level of resistance. Now, if BTC happens to push above resistance and do something like this, then our bear flag's invalidated. But until that happens, it's still valid. And this could be valid for a really long time. I don't know how long it could happen. But the reality is that we have TBO resistance over here, historical, at $99,000. And it's also just below 100K, which is a lot of zeros. I'm not saying it's not possible, but there's just a lot of resistance, and it's not as likely for BTC to break above overhead resistance because the macro trend on the TBO slow line remains bearish. Nothing has changed there at all. Now, in regards to volume, it's still below average. It's actually trending bearish, more bearish so, actually. Even though our on-balance volume indicator did still stay above the moving average, we really need to see this white line flatten out and move upward. That's not happening yet. It still looks pretty weak. RSI, it's just neutral. It's 51, so there's nothing really happening here. On the 4-hour time frame, we still have a valid TBO breakout here. So why did the price dump? Well, of course, because there was news about the Fed cutting rates by 25 basis points, 0.25. So of course, that's what happens in crypto. But the reality is that as long as Bitcoin is in bullish consolidation, it's going to feel good until it hits resistance or until the price goes all the way even up here to the slow line. But this is exactly what happened back in 2022. So please hear me out. I am still bearish. I still think that BTC is going to be heading down to about 30 to 35K by the end of next year. So back over here, same scenario. We saw a very bearish TBO slow line. We saw bullish reversal signals, even bullish price action, but chopping sideways. This is what I think we're going to be seeing over the next couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months. Just a lot of sideways chop before we lose support. This is the thing to watch right here. The moment that we see the price of Bitcoin drop below support, it's going to cause a lot of pain. There's support here at 34K. Once that was lost, then this one was an easy target to drop below next. Okay, this is what we're waiting to see happen next. It also happened back over here too. Keep in mind. So we're watching and waiting to see how it's going to handle these levels of support as it goes lower. Once it does, it's usually a quick drop down. Okay, so burn this into your mind right here. Now let's go to where we are today. Guess what? Same thing applies. We have these levels here of support right here at 102K, right? And what happened? We saw the price kind of work with this, and then it dropped it. It lost it. Guess what? Now we have 2 more levels of support down here. Do you see this? This is literally the same thing from back in 2022. So we have 2 false levels of support. Guess what happens when these levels are broken? The same thing that we saw in 2022. So this is why I think that a bear flag makes the most sense, because eventually BTC, even if it goes up higher, it's going to break below. It's going to hit that lost level of support, treat it like it's resistance, and then fall lower. We'll have false sense of hope here at 84K, break it, and go lower. That's what I think makes the most sense personally, okay? So that's the long play. That's the long game. Ethereum is still looking really good. Even though yesterday's candle was kind of weak, admittedly, it did make a higher high up to 34.47, which is interesting. We still have this level right. Oh, I'm sorry. Can we just take a sec? Hold on. I just want to make sure. Wait, did we? Oh, I can't make my eyes bug out. Remember those people that you used to watch as a kid on the National Geographic, like TLC? Like the woman that has the most buggiest eyes ever, and she'd make her eyes like shoot out of her, like squeeze out of her skull. That's how I feel right now. I've told you guys for a long time that this level of 34.35 has been very, very, very strong for Ethereum in terms of support and resistance. It literally wicked up into that yesterday, which is the same level here. So 34.35 remains strong. Now, it doesn't mean that Ethereum is not able to push above it. It's a very strong level. And the main difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin is that for now, the slow line for Ethereum still points up. It's not pointing up like crazy, but at least it's still pointing up. So it's macro bullish. The other thing to keep in mind is we have a TBO close short. So yes, we've had a really amazing response after this. We saw it move up about 11%. So now it's having a small pullback. If it goes back down to the fast line, it's still valid. It's still in bullish consolidation. It still looks good, but 34.35 is still a level of contention to watch. Just so you know, Ethereum already broke above its very, very, very weak parallel channel. Now, if we're not going to make this a parallel channel, we're just going to use support and resistance levels. Let's go ahead and just do that. I have to make sure it's not dotted. Then we have a level here of resistance to this. It also poked above resistance right there too. Okay, so just getting that out of the way. So again, just a refresher on support and resistance levels. Anytime that resistance is pierced, like it was here on Tuesday and yesterday on Wednesday, these are bullish signs that we should be expecting this level to be broken, that we should see Ethereum go even higher, which is crazy. Trust me. I still can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I still think that we're going to see Ethereum do well, that we're going to see it push up a lot higher. And the main reason that I get confidence to say that, a couple of reasons. For starters, we have a TBO breakout cluster. This one's pretty ugly, I'm not going to lie. But if you're looking for an entry to Ethereum, a good level to look for is right here on the fast line, which is also going to match up with this level of historical support at 32.25. But another reason why is ETH/BTC still looks great. It's in process of confirming an open long today. I still have a target up here of resistance, which is at 1645. Over here on the 4-hour, we also have a TBO breakout cluster. So a drop down here would make sense before pushing up higher. So again, I still think Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin. Ethereum dominance is still very much winning right now. It even has a TBO breakout as well. And the slow line's beginning to curl upward. Even though we might have a pullback, which is fine, it's still strong bullish, very much so. Now, stablecoin dominance is now peeking back out of the cloud. It's already done this so many times, like back over here, back over here, back over here. The main thing we have to keep in mind, there are actually two, is that we have a TBT bearish divergence cluster, which means that we are expecting some sort of a pullback, a larger pullback. But the macro trend remains bullish. So we have two conflicting signals. One of them is going to win and prevail. Now, the macro trend is very clear that there's bullish strength building. Now, in terms of RSI, it's very much neutral. It hasn't dropped below 42. But look what's happening. We're putting in lower highs. That's actually a trend that I expect to continue. I think that we're actually going to see, we'll probably move up a little bit today, maybe to like 8.8%, but we will be going lower at least in my opinion, okay? But this is all looking really good in terms of stablecoin dominance having a pullback, which is great. Now, Bitcoin dominance did not continue to fall yesterday. Today it's up a little bit, so people are buying the dip on BTC, not so much on Ethereum. But this is usually how it goes. Ethereum really follows price action. Even though yesterday's candle was super weak, Ethereum dominance did increase a little bit more than the price did. Okay, so I'm still betting that Ethereum will outperform BTC. Now, the other thing to keep in mind over here is that we had all these bullish reversal signs here for top 10 dominance, and it fizzled out into absolutely nothing. And I'm actually a little bit concerned because we have a really, really, really bearish TBO breakdown here on the 4-hour. These breakdown clusters, 3 in a row, right below support. This is bad news bears, okay? This is representing the dominance of Solana, BNB, XRP, Doge, ADA, and SHIB. This is not good. This is telling us that we should be expecting all of these coins to drop a lot. When we see these printed right at support, without it being an explosive move already in progress, like back over here is really, really, really late, but we did break support and it did go lower. This is really not good right here, just so you know. So even though I do expect Bitcoin to bounce, even though Ethereum should continue to outperform Bitcoin and ETH/BTC should do well, it's already bounced up a lot after this bump and run. And I actually had a take profit target hit for Ethereum, which is awesome yesterday. So I got my nice little 5%, de-risked my position like I've been talking about. While I don't expect stablecoin dominance to continue moving up higher, we seem to be having a little bit of a pivot, and we'll see what happens next. Now, I actually have a lot more that I want to share with you, my picks, your picks, but before I get into it, go to thebettertraders.com, check out our courses, especially 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. This is the best place to start if you are new to automated trading strategies on the AllTraded platform or just in general in crypto. It comes with one-on-one coaching. You never lose access. You don't have to pay for updates or upgrades or anything like that. No annual fees, nothing like that. There are free TBT signals that we have available through AllTraded that you can use. Plus, you're going to learn how to use the TBO, the trending breakout indicator, for trend trading. Plus, you'll learn about A/B trading tricks and strategies that even I'm using now, which are really, really fun. And it also comes with a 1-month trial to the Better Traders Club, which is awesome. Comes with a lot of stuff. There are also links to sign up for BYDFi down below, where you can snag up to $10,100 in rewards up for grabs, as it says. WeX also has a ton of different rewards that they're offering, like a welcome bonus right now. If you deposit 100 USDT, you get 50 USDT back. So definitely click on the links down below, and let's get into my picks first, okay? So first off, we have a lot of these light blue flags. These are all showing us TBO breakouts. Now, some of these aren't as pretty as others. Going to be real with you. I mean, having a TBO breakout after an explosive move is most likely a topping signal. I still think that we could see explosive upside continuation. We'll see. But Link has one. Mantle has a perfect almost perfect. Sorry, spoke too soon. It's not perfect 3 in a row, but this is way better. This is really, really, really good. I actually expect Mantle to start a new uptrend based off of this, to be honest. I actually think Mantle is going to be moving up nicely from here, just because a lot of other things like on-balance volume is macro bullish. See that moving average going up higher. Volume is starting to not overwhelm, but exceed the yellow moving average, which is a great start of a new rally. RSI is moving up as well. It's in bullish consolidation. Mantle is worth watching. PENGU also has a TBO breakout, but unfortunately it looks like it's going to be invalidated. AAVE, same thing, TBO breakout, but it looks like it's going to be invalidated by the close long. OKB, which is the OKX token, has 3 TBO breakouts, and we're getting a pullback right here. But still, it's really interesting. OKB also has a very bullishly ascending on-balance volume right here, which is good. We have right here, RSI did get overbought for OKB, but this is still a good sign. And look, volume is starting to very similar actually to Mantle, to be honest. Both those are really, really similar charts. So on-balance volume is turning bullish for OKB. It's in bullish consolidation. It also has these TBT bullish divergences on the daily and a cluster. WIF had a TBO close short on Tuesday. It retraced yesterday back down to the fast line. So that's technically our entry that we wait for. We don't buy on the pump. We wait for the price to have a pullback first. Now, it's still chop city. much like the rest of the market. There's also a short-term level of support you might want to keep an eye on from this low here on the 22nd to this low here on the 1st. So if you're really interested and you want to watch this and you're looking for a good entry, you'll want it to hold the support level right here. And if it doesn't, and it doesn't hold this, you might want to cut it, because the reality is that even though we got some really good bullish reversal signs, it's still macro bearish. This is the hard part to reconcile with all these bullish reversal signals. I still think we're going to see a rally for alt. I still think we're going to get a little bit of something, but it's going to take a lot more volume, a lot more bullish energy. And note the difference. See on balance volume, it's macro bearish. Volume in general is okay. It's not that bad, but I would much rather be focusing my attention on mantle or OKB compared to whiff. There's a difference. Doge, this one, these are all green right here to highlight something that's bullish that's happening with the TBO or just in general. So this still has a valid TBT bullish divergence cluster here. It had a second one in progress, but I mean, it's gone away. We can't really say that we have this confirmed until the end of the day. One thing that is interesting, though, about on balance volume here is that this white line is starting to flatten out, which is a positive sign that the trend could be changing. Plus, we're getting those early signals from TBT bullish divergence. For Doge, for ADA, for Injective, for XLM, Stellar Lumens also had a weird pump up 19%, and it went all the way back down on Binance. I don't think this actually happened on other exchanges, though, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it was just on Binance. So that's really interesting. All right, and then last but not least, SAY is still very, very compelling. Notice that the moving average here for on balance volume is starting to make an elbow joint. This is a good sign. We've seen this before, and it is still in bullish consolidation inside the cloud. It's at a good level of historical support on the weekly. On the daily, it's in bullish consolidation. Good volume yesterday. It just needs more of it. Now, some not so great news. Bitcoin Cash. It printed 2 TBO Close Longs, one on Tuesday afternoon, and the second one, what is this? Yesterday. Okay, so it was confirmed after I made the video. But I already told you guys that it's been struggling to push above this level of resistance right here. So TBO resistance has been extremely clear, just shy of $600. Now, the good news is that Bitcoin Cash is still great for trading. It's just really whippy, and it has really good bounces. If you're interested in it and you think things are going to get a lot worse, I would be looking to add here at TBO support, which has been a really good bounce play for this several times for 12% or all the way up here for 26. So TBO support down at 472 looks good. Fartcoin, this one, even though it had TBO breakouts, we had 3 TBO close longs on the 4-hour. The first one just invalidates the breakouts right here. There's a good chance that this will start to weaken. So you just want to be careful. These are warning you. There's possibly a trend change coming, even though the macro trend is up. Now, I don't expect it to drop all the way down here. We'll probably see something like this happen again, making a higher level. One other thing to consider, no, it already lost support too. See? Yeah, that's rough. Well, let's go back to the daily time frame. It's going back to the fast line. That's good. I wouldn't rule it out just yet. Fartcoin still has merit in that it's a good metric to watch for like the health of the altcoin market. Okay, so maybe we might see another drop down here to like 26 cents or so, but keep an eye on it. Now, BNB, this one is weird. I want to show you this over here on the daily time frame actually. So price action for this chart has been very strange. Do you see this? Except for today's candle. Let me hide the TBO. Anytime price action is just super duper tight like this, basically no open or close. It's like a super doji or like a nothing. This is bearish. This typically results in bearish moves. Now, there are other factors, but whenever price action is extremely in a like super duper compressed tight range, it's expressing indecision. It's not going up higher. It's not going lower. It's just staying in a really weird boxed range. I'm going to tell you that 90% of the times, this is going to have a bearish reaction, which is unfortunate because I want to see things go higher, just like you guys do. Now, if we do see more bearish downside continuation for BNB, we're going to watch TBO support here at 820, which would be a good bounce level, to be honest. And last but not least, Dash faked me out. It pierced overhead resistance yesterday, but did not close above it, and it's heading back down. But this is still a good move, piercing on this overhead resistance level. Now let's get into your requests. Skycoin, this is actually still in strong bullish mode because it's above the TBO Cloud. It's good. On balance volume is strong bullish. Volume has fallen off a lot, but this is good. This is good. I would just be looking to trade it on faster time frames, like DCA style. Stark, I am still waiting patiently for Stark to fall down towards the daily TBO support level, which is at about 10 cents, before adding again. There was a little bit of a tease back over here, but I'm not looking for a tease. I'm looking for confirmation. Falling down here to support would be great. It could also dip a lot lower, although remember, this is the 10th. This was that scam wick. So if you're wanting to play this more conservatively, like as far as like a DCA level, one thing that you can consider is going up to half that range and putting a DCA there. So if Stark loses this, then I'm going to be hurting a lot because I'm still DCAing. I'm waiting to see the next reaction actually up here, because typically Stark, you can see it trades in this sideways range. The fibs make it a little bit tricky to see. Let me show you. So like right here is a good short-term target. Here's another target. Here's another target as highlighted by the TBO. So if we get any sort of response or reaction from support here, up 50%, I'm going to be selling on the bounce just like I did on ZIG, just like I've done on 2Z, just like I've done on lots of charts recently, okay? Metis, this one had good support here on the weekly time frame, but unfortunately, printing TBO breakdowns on the weekly is disastrous. Even on the daily, it's bad. It's strong bearish. Whenever support like this is lost, we just want to pump the brakes and just get out. Well, that's the way I trade it. That's the way I perceive the markets. You can do you, but we've seen it. We've seen this happen many times before, like back over here is a perfect example. Here is support back in 2023, and Metis pokes below it, and then it drops another 34%. Does it rally up a lot higher? Yeah, it does. So, I mean, you could say, well, the last time it fell 34%, now it's 38%. Maybe that's the bottom. Maybe, or maybe not. But I would much rather wait for a bullish confirmation on a reversal, which is going to come from the TBO close short, that orange diamond that's right there. That's what I would be waiting for if I was in a position for this. S Fund, actually, this is a good chart example because you can see this massive scam wick down here, right, down 77%. These wicks, I wouldn't say it's a predictive wick, but this is what a lot of alts are going to be doing as well. They've already been shown since October 10th where they're going to go eventually, and this one did. So it dropped a little bit below this level. So if we're going to get any response from S Fund, it would have to be around here. Even though it made a little bit of a lower low at 9 cents, the thing you have to understand at the same time is that many charts are still strong bearish. So any sort of rally, like I talked about yesterday, that we get will be very short term, and it's going to go right back down. Flux, this one, well, that's an old fib retracement. Flux, so okay, this is what I mean. Here's the 10th, here's the target. So this is really practical. Like most people are going to be eyeing these lows. It might take some time for it to fall down another 53%, but this is what you want to be eyeing. And this is what I'm talking about, like a quick little move, 210%. Great, look at it, went right into TBO resistance. If it gets any sort of repeat move, don't even be greedy to look at this as a target. Look at long historical TBO support levels. So basically here and also over here. These are both great levels. Did the price back over here shoot well above those at 79%? Yes, it did. So can you put higher targets? Of course, you can use split targets, but you need to be taking profit on the way up. This is a perfect example of why. Being up 212%, and it gives basically all of it away. So use historical TBO supports. Tensor, same story. Here's our support level, and all of a sudden it just pops out of nowhere, literally shooting up 1,000%, right? Stupid. We'll see more stuff like this that doesn't make sense. And this is a massive bull trap, and then people get stuck. and they're holding the bags, hoping, waiting, wishing. Okay, on balance volume is bearish. Volume is extremely bearish. People just got trapped. Also, people got liquidated as well that were short selling too. Just imagine you had a great short from here at support, and then all of a sudden stopped out. That's why you take profits on the way down or on the way up. If you're going down, if you're shorting, on the way down. If you're going long, on the way up. Solana is still strong bearish. It's below the cloud, even though it has 2 recent TBT bullish divergences, even though it has on balance volume above the moving average. It just needs more volume. It is exceeding volume, but what's the trend of volume right now? Well, right now, and it has been for quite some time, it's just bearish. It's just going lower. So you have to keep this stuff in mind. Yes, I do think that we will get a reversal, but it's going to take some time and it needs to stay inside the cloud. Again, it's no comparison to me. Even though Ethereum's falling a lot right now, I still think that Ethereum looks much stronger than Solana. Someone also left a comment yesterday saying, well, Solana has better tech than Ethereum. I'm so sorry, friend, that people have lied to you to make you to believe that fundamentals matter in crypto. They don't. The only fundamentals that matter long-term is that Bitcoin is a fixed supply and everything else is competing for attention. That's it. That's the secret to crypto. It's all vaporware, all of it. And I'm not trying to be mean about it. That's the reality of me being in crypto since late 2017, bull and bear. I don't care. It's all vaporware. Woo! I'm going to write a children's book after this. Somebody write that down in the comments. That was good. Okay. Pip, sorry, just passed S. Nothing has really changed in my opinion here for S or Phantom. It's still macro bearish. The slow line's moving down. Watch out for bull traps. The one thing I will say that is positive is that RSI is putting in higher lows so far. It's putting in slightly higher highs. That's good, but we don't have any good volume to speak of at all. So any spike of volume, expect that to be an exit. Okay? Any huge spike of volume, watch it. That will be an exit opportunity, and then get out. Get out, get out, get out. Pip, so low volume coins are a different thing altogether. Look at the 30-day moving average here, volume, for just a second before you get excited about trading this coin. That says this is the daily time frame, $1,655. So if you're an AB trader, you're happy here. These are good charts to trade. If you have a small account, you want to grow it with AB trading techniques like I talk about in the 15 Minutes of Financial Freedom course. But if you are not, you want to avoid charts like this. So volume shot up like crazy on the 29th. So did the price. Moved up 1,394%, which is nuts yesterday, moving up 145%. This is why AB trading is fun, because you can do some damage. You can really build up your portfolio quickly. Now, as far as continuation goes, seeing volume yesterday is great. Notice that the price didn't close above TBO resistance. If you're looking to trade this right now, because it's above the daily TBO fast line, I'd be looking at this as my first order. But I would 100% be using a DCA approach. Just in case it falls down 72% to TBO support, I want to not put everything I have here. I want to be DCAing just in case it dumps. End of story. Zcash tagged the fast line. Of course, I got stopped out and I would have been in profit had I just moved my stop loss up yet again. But I've told you guys yesterday, and I still believe that Zcash, because it's tagged its fast line, now we just tap out again. We'll probably see another, actually, no, we won't see another close long because now we have a confirmed open short. The next level to watch is short term right here at support, which is at 368. That should probably be dropped. We'll probably see it hit that and go a lot lower. Again, Zcash is programmed to go down to about $25 by the end of the bear market. A2Z. It's crazy volume for this chart. It probably had some sort of terrible news on the 30th. I don't know what happened, but charts like this, I am not excited at all. This, oh yeah, I would love to trade it. It'd be fun. This, I don't want to touch it. Again, we have some levels of support here to watch. There's this level on the 10th. If you're really interested in A2Z, I would be looking to add here, like as close to the bottom of this as possible, which is another 23%. Why? because this is what everyone else is looking at too. People are trying to buy the dip here, maybe, but it will still fall lower. I think so. Okay, so you can see here too, people bought this dip and it goes lower and they go, ah, crap. And they just decide, no, I'm out. Or they get liquidated. Yeah, very, 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 very bearish. AVAX has a TBT bullish divergence cluster on Tuesday's candle, which is great. It's still struggling to push inside of the cloud, although I think AVAX has a good chance of pushing higher. It's actually looking better than most of the top 10 coins. The one thing to watch is that if it's going to struggle here, we want to see a bounce, a higher low, actually. Let me go like this. Okay, no, it's a lower low. Okay. But around this range here, which is TBO support 1274 or like 1257, but it has a pretty good bounce, right? I mean, this is 15%, 15%, 15%. So I would be looking to enter on another pullback. Beam, even though it has some bullish, TBT bullish divergences here, it's very much strong bearish. You have to remember the macro trend wins out. We've already been shown and told how low it's going to go. So it's just a matter of time. Again, I would much rather wait to buy Beam if you're interested in it, even though it's below the listing low. Actually, no, it's right at it, isn't it? Let me go over here. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if there's going to be a response here at the listing low or if the price is going to fall another 30%. But I'm not interested to buy it personally. It's very bearish. On the weekly, it's extremely bearish. A Brett, another meme coin. As crazy as it sounds, I mean, this is actually looking much better, way better than A2Z, way better than Beam, way more attractive or appealing to me than Zcash. So even though it's probably going to bounce back down here to support, charts that have pushed this high up into the cloud, at least these are good for trading. Like these are good pushes. 30% is nothing to laugh at. Last but not least, STO. So one thing that's positive is that after being extremely oversold on RSI down to 11.91, it has had a good RSI reset, even though the price hasn't positively responded technically. On balance volume is pretty ridiculous, but there's a massive drop in buying and attention and volume. I personally, I mean, this resembles a lot of charts right now that got just massively pumped back over here, and now they're just struggling. They're struggling to get back inside the cloud. I would be waiting for a TBO close short for confirmation personally before I get into this, and I would not be aiming for this as a pump target. I would be more satisfied with aiming for the top of the cloud and then just getting out and calling it a day. And then if you're interested in this long term, then waiting for it to fall down here, but it'll most likely fall down lower. Okay, another thing to consider as well is support. There's 2 levels of support to watch. I wish TradingView would just make these stupid floating buttons go away. Anyone else? I hate these buttons. I never touch them ever. They're always in the way. TradingView, if you're watching this, take those away or give us the option to. I hate those things, man. So useless. Okay, so we already got tests and a pierce of this. If we see STO come down here to about 1077, which is going to line up with this low here on the 21st, and it drops that, then we should just expect it to drop another 37%. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing there. Okay, so I need you to watch this video next. It's going to give you some tips and tricks on how to become a better trader. Watch this, and until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.